Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We have an absolute um, fantastic class for you tonight. We have the incredible Dr. Cedar Warren, who is going to go through the Home Essentials First Aid for cats and dogs. So let me just make sure that everyone can see all of us. So the screen is fine. And I'm going to share the presentation now. Please mute yourselves, and any questions, put all your questions in the chat function and we will go through the questions at the end. Cedar, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, can everyone see the presentation? We find Cedar? Awesome. So tonight's goal of this workshop is to empower you to use essential oils to support your cats and dogs. We're going to go through how to use the oils very safely, and we're going to learn how to use the Home Essentials kit. So doTERRA's most famous global first aid kit. We know how to use it for humans. We're going to learn how to use these essentials for our very loved ones in our lives. So, Dr. Cedar Warren, what can I say about this extraordinary woman? She is an animal aromatherapy advocate, media contributor, and veterinarian, doctor of veterinarian science. She has been a practicing vet for the last 35 years. And she is in the process of completing a certification in veterinary aromatherapy. She has co-owned a thriving vet practice, online vet service, which is currently very active. She has been a host on Talkback with Dr. Cedar Warren on ABC Radio, a past contributor to Better Homes and Gardens, the Pet Page, a past columnist for Pets and Vets magazine, founder of the RSPCA Victoria Responsible Pet Ownership Schools program. Wow, past member of many animal ethics committees. And her approach is integrative with animal wellness and bridging traditional veterinarian care with the power of plants. She is the most extraordinary diagnostician I have come across, and so intuitive and also academic in her approach to treating our furry friends. Firm interests and specialties are animal behaviour, anxiety in cats, dogs, birds, and palliative care in older pets. And as I've already mentioned, diagnostics is her favourite and the most incredible strength. So you jump on a call with Dr. Cedar, and within a couple of minutes, she has diagnosed and has a treatment plan waiting and ready for you to go. Without further ado, let's get into essential oils for cats and dogs. Dr. Cedar Warren.
Thank you very much, Jackie, and I appreciate your very kind welcome. And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight for Essential Oils Home Essentials Kit with doTERRA. So, everyone, if they can mute themselves, that would be fantastic. So, that'd be great. Now, why do we use essential oils with animals? Well, certain oils can help reduce anxiety, stress, and hyperactivity. They work through the scent system. Animals also have a limbic system, as we do. So their scent system is very, very active. They have incredible scent smelling, a lot more than we have. They have thousands more scent activity than ours, and we activate. We want to get them back into balance, which is a fancy word for calling it homeostasis. Now, their skin and coat, we have to dilute the oils, and we will have a dilution
Chart.
chart. Thank you very much for that, getting that out. So the dilution chart we'll have available for you because we need to use fractionated coconut oil, which you can get from doTERRA, and there are other dilution oils that you can use, but this is the one I like to use. So Natural pest control can also be used instead of using things like Bravecto, which can cause seizures. You can use oils such as cedarwood, which is great for getting rid of fleas. Geranium, lemongrass, they can deter ticks if you're in an area where there's paralysis tick. And also lemongrass and lemon eucalyptus can be very good for getting rid of mosquitoes. Certain oils can help with breathing and airway support, which we're going to talk about in the top 10 kit or the home essentials kit. All right, thanks, Jackie. Next slide. Great. So again, we've got some great digestive and immune oils. Certainly some of our oils in the top 10 kit have got ginger in them. Frankincense is our king of oils. That's often used for immune support. And as we've talked about, diluting. Always dilute oils when using with animals. Never force exposure on animals. Always have them so they're not in a locked room where they can be able to walk away from the scent. And using an animal aromatherapist or a trained vet that's trained in aromatherapy is really important before you use any internal oils for chronic conditions. And it's really important. I think that's very important to allow that to happen. So that's sort of some of the basics. Thanks, Jackie. Next slide. So the same use for doTERRA oils for the use in three uses. Aromatic, so diffusing. I've got a diffuser on behind me. Diffusing aromatically, I just put some Shinrin-yoku in my hands and gave myself a bit of a boost with that. Also topically we'll talk about that more, and I'll use a little warmie that I got in a special box, a BOGO box years ago, which is I'll show you how to put on your animals and internally, either in water, in a veggie cap, under the tongue, or in food. But internally, really should only be used under the advisement of a veterinary aromatherapist or a trained animal aromatherapist. Okay, so next slide. Thanks, Jackie. So when you're actually looking to use oils with any pet, these are the basics. So self-selection is important. Um, we've got um, we've got three or four oils that you pick for your pet, and you always have the cap on. So the cap on is very important. Um, this allows the pets have enormous smelling capacity, better than ours. So they have very sensitive noses. So you have the cap on, and they'll be able to smell whether they like it. There are some really good YouTube videos that will show you whether what a positive outlook is for a pet, whether they say yes or no. Usually it's licking the lips. Sometimes they even want to chew the actual bottle. And yeah, so cats sometimes they'll actually just turn their head away and they'll move away from the oil. I can tell you that a lot of cats like spikenard, which is now not sold in Australia, but you can get it from America. Being a person who loves cats, as Jackie and would know, I'm a bit of a cat lady as well as a dog person, but cats generally love spikenard. Okay, thanks. On to the next slide. Now, safe diffusing, usually maximum of 4 drops in a water-based intermittent diffuser is important. Make sure they can't knock it over and make sure they have an exit route. Caution should be used around pregnant, lactating, epileptic or diabetic dogs or cats. There's a lot of diabetic cats out there. And also if animals are on anticoagulant medication. Now that's the same with humans. Obviously, that's very important. So that's something that's really important. Make sure your animal can't knock over the diffuser. I would say that I've knocked over my diffuser more times than Larry has. So yeah, but yeah, that's just me being a little bit clumsy. All right, next slide. Thanks, Jackie. So for both cats and dogs, there's a caution list that you'll be able to take a photo of. For cats, the dilution rate using fractionated coconut oil or other carrier oils is usually a dilution rate of 0.5% to 2%. And for dogs, puppies and small dogs under 10 kilograms, usually 0.5 to 2% as well. For dogs over 10 kilos, it's 3%, which is 6 drops in carrier oil. Now, usually what you'll find is if you want to make up rollerballs, doTERRA actually sells these. They're really good quality ones. Or you can buy um, pre-made ones, but we're talking about the Home Essentials kit tonight. And so the Home Essentials kit has 250 drops of each of the top 10 oils in them, and you can make your own rollerballs up. So we'll talk about that, the dilution, and how to make them up yourselves. Okay, Jackie, on to the next slide. Thanks. All right, so I would take a screenshot of this. This came from one of my mentors, Dr. Janet Roark. So you can see that based on the species, cats, as I said, the dilution factor is 0.5 to 2% for dogs under 9 kilos. For hot oils, and I'll have another slide that you can take a photo of hot oils. It's 0.5 for dogs, very small dogs, and also for 3%. It's you'll see here over here if you're making a 10 ml rollerball, which this is, you'll see that for a dog over 9 kilos, it's 6 drops of your say your frankincense in a 10 ml rollerball, with the rest being fractionated coconut oil or almond oil or any other safe sweet almond oil or jojoba, which is a great oil. I wouldn't use castor oil though. Castor oil gets gluggy and you don't use that in animals. So that's only for use in humans. But little dogs, zero point 0.5 for the hot oils. Usually 1% is fine for any dog under 9 kilos. And that is, looking at that chart there, it's 2 drops in a 10 ml rollerball. So if you're using frankincense, for example, and you're wanting to put it on your dog, that's 4 drops in a 10 ml. Sorry, that's 2%. That's 4 drops. If it's a 1%, it's 2 drops. Now, what you can also do is you can use a vial and you can just put the actual drops in a some type of either a saucer, or if you've got something fancy like I've got here, a wooden bowl, you can do it yourself in this. You don't have to use a roller ball. You can just put it in a saucer, put it in that, and then you can rub it on your own hands and then rub it on the animal. So you don't have to make up a roller ball. The way you put it on animals is you would put it on, make it up into a saucer, put it on this, and then you can rub it on their coat here, rub it on their ears, pretend this is an ear because this platypus doesn't have ears. They're inside here. Pretend this is the outer ear flap, and don't let any oil drip into the ear canal. Also, put it on their tummy. But if they've got a tummy ache, you don't have to just put it on their tummy. You can put it on their spine, and make sure you don't put it around their eyes or their genitals, any mucous membranes. But the oils will actually get into their skin and into their blood system through the coat. And it's fine for cats to lick themselves. These oils that I'm going to be talking about tonight in the top 10 kit are going to be very safe for cats and dogs to lick themselves. All these dogs and cats groom themselves. So these oils I'll be talking about tonight are very safe for animals, dogs and cats to groom themselves with. So even peppermint, some people say that they've heard peppermint is unsafe for cats at the dilution rate of 0.5 to 2%. As long as it's diluted, it's safe. Even you'll see that it's quite safe. We have one that is not in our top 10, but this is our tamer roller. This is safe to use in cats. Some people say that peppermint is not safe for cats. I can assure you that it is from my training with Dr. Janet Roark. This has Japanese peppermint and spearmint in it. It has ginger, parsley, and it has black pepper, I think, in it as well. Yes, it does have black pepper, and this is actually safe. So this smells really great. I use this myself because I'm allergic to fennel, but you basically put it on your hand and then you can put it on for any animal that's had a tummy problem. Also great for motion sickness and cats that have hairballs. You can put it on their coat, on their ears, and on their tummies. So this is the way you do it, basically. You can use as much as you like. You're not going to overdose them. And we are going on to something I think that will say that the first time you're using an oil on an animal, if you're worried about them having a reaction, do not ever dilute it with water. The way to dilute it if you're worried they're having a reaction is to add more fractionated coconut oil. So I think that might be the next slide. Thanks, Jackie. Yes, so this is it. We're talking about placing a drop of oil on your hands. I might put some frankincense on. So if you do this, you put frankincense, 2 drops, say, and then some fractionated coconut oil. You can do it in your own. Whoops, I think I've just turned this off. No, just working out which way this is it. Okay, so I'm just doing an estimate here. Just going to rub it here. I might put this on my neck actually. It's good for headaches. Not that I've got one today, which is good, but that's probably got it to the level that it's fine to put on my warmie. I didn't want to really make it. And then you pet it at the fur. You can put it on the ear tips. See, I don't want it dripping in the ear, so that would have been probably a bit too much. You can put it all over their coat, all over their tummy. Now, as I said, do not attempt to clean any oil off with water if you're worried about, say, this is the first time I've used frankincense, which of course is very, very safe and really good oil. And being doTERRA, it's very unlikely to have any reactions. But if you were worried, and you were worried that the animal was having a reaction, never use water. That will drive the oil more into your pet. And the other thing to note, all cats hate sprays, so never use a misting of any type with your cat. They hate sprays. So if you're making up some type of spray for your dog or your cat, you can use it on their bedding or on a bandana to put around them, but never use it, never spray a cat. They just hate it completely. All right, thanks. The next slide, so we can get on to the actual. So it's worth taking a photo of this. And one thing I'd like to point out, although it's not in our top 10 kit, is Correct X ointment. I get a lot of questions about Correct X. Never use that with animals because the tea tree component is way too high. And people say, oh, but I'd like to use it on my dog. Don't use Correct X. It's way too high in tea tree. And you'll see here I've actually got peppermint and spearmint. Avoiding it topically and internally for cats. But as I've just shown you, even though it's not in our top 10, Tamer is absolutely fine to use in cats. Um, so just be aware of that, okay? Um, that's that's been shown, and I can assure you that that's very safe to use in cats. All right. Has everybody got a photo of that? If you don't, pop it in the chat and we can always go back to it. All right. We'll move on to the next slide.
I love that. It's so cute.
All right. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, so we're finally into our home essentials kit. So the first oil we're going to talk about is peppermint. So peppermint, as everyone knows, wakes you up and it's very invigorating. And even with animals, it can actually help them with their promoting a feeling of clear, comfortable breathing and help with their respiratory function. It also helps them with their emotional well-being and it helps with their bright aroma. And it can be very uplifting for dogs that are discouraged and that appear flat, tired, or discouraged, and they help their alertness. It's a very cooling, comforting peppermint, and being certified pure, tested grade, and it's very good for digestive support. It's really great. Can help with motion sickness. Obviously, it's in our Digest Zen, which we'll talk about shortly. It, as I said, I would always dilute the top 10, but it's great for a first aid kit to have for not just the humans in the family, but the animals. Now, cats, as we've talked about, people say, oh, don't use. I've heard that even some people even say, oh, I've heard doTERRA say that you shouldn't use peppermint in dogs. Well, that's untrue. It's very safe to use, great for their respiratory support, their emotional well-being, very good for their breathing, digestive support. Now, cats, definitely need well-ventilated spaces and definitely need intermittent water diffusion. Cats can be very happy with peppermint in the diffuser. Just if there's any sign of cats not liking, being in the area, you might want to think about changing up the diffusion and only use a maximum of 4 drops. But I have a story about which a horse was very depressed after having dental surgery. And I said to the owner, "Do you mind if I give Hurricane, see if he likes this?" I had this with the cap on. Hurricane, I put it near his one of his nostrils, and he did what's called the flaring reflex. And if you know horses, that means they put their top lip up, and he went right up in the air. And he then tried to have the whole bottle. He tried to eat the whole thing. And then after that, he dropped his head really relaxed. And the owner said, "Gee, I've never seen him so relaxed. He'd just had the dental surgery and he was about to have a saddle fitted." So this worked really well for the horse, but the same goes for dogs. Maybe cats, not so much, but I can tell you that it's a very good quality peppermint, and it's one that can be used very well to give them emotional, well-being, tired, discouraged. It can be very, very useful. All right, we'll move on to the next one, which has peppermint in it. Beg your pardon, I'm getting them mixed up. I was jumping ahead. I was jumping
Well,
ahead.
do you want
That's
to go
right.
to do you want
No,
to go
oh,
to
no, no, sorry. Beg your pardon. No, I've just banged my leg. I might need some of this later. So lavender is very calming. This is a really fantastic one for any anxious animals, any gentle aromatic lavender. This is awesome. It's very antibacterial, antiviral. I use this often if my cat Larry, who is having a sleep now in my warmest area, which is good. Uh, he has sore eyes from time to time from having a viral infection before I bought him, cat flu. So I will put this in water and give him a cool compress. So it's very good antiviral. There's also no resistance by essential oils, whereas there's a lot of antibacterial resistance to antibiotics. So that's another plus for us with our essential oils. There's a lot of published peer-reviewed studies on lavender. In fact, a lot of these oils, there's a lot of peer-reviewed studies. It's amazing. So it's a very calming oil. It's used in a lot of our products that we have. So I find that lavender having so many peer-reviewed published studies, it's incredible the calming effects that they have for tension, nervousness, relaxation, and stress for dogs and cats. Fearful of loud noises, overexcited when visitors come. The emotional support helps settle fear, tension, uneasiness during periods of change, such as bringing home a new puppy or a kitten, introducing another animal, moving, traveling to a new home. Also for the skin, it's incredible for skin soothing, can be used in a lot of balms, in a lot of skin balms, and can be very good. I wouldn't really use it for broken skin. I would probably not use it where you've got, broken open skin, but when you're soothing skin, it's really good. So again, be aware that providing good ventilation is important. All right, so and our lavender is very special, as you would probably know. Lemon's really quite a fascinating oil. Um, I love lemon. I put it in my water, but we're not talking about what I do with myself. It's very uplifting. It's great for focusing. So if you are doing some training with your dog, this can be a good one to actually have maybe on a bandana, something like that, especially if dogs are feeling flat. Obviously, you want to make sure that they haven't got an infection. So, obviously, veterinary checkups are important. Just be aware that it is a UV exposure is a problem. Like, you've got to make sure that they're not going to be getting UV photosensitization. So just be aware that citrus oils have that. You know, so that's important. Cleansing properties, it's also antiviral and antibacterial, so that's also important for cleaning up the environment. And also, if you say your animal, dog or cat, gets a sticky coat, it's really good for removing greasy substances such as gum, tree sap. Um, Cats, I'd certainly make sure if you were getting something off, I'd make sure you used a lot more fractionated coconut oil and really diluted. If you had to get something off your cat, sticky coat. Dogs, you can use it well diluted topically or intermittently diffused. One thing that's quite interesting is that you can say a dog has a fatty lipoma. They're actually little fat deposits that grow in under the skin of old dogs, and you can actually get them diagnosed by your vet. This can actually be put on top and can actually help dissolve that. So um,
Wow.
that would be only used under veterinary or veterinary aromatherapy. The same can be done with grapefruit and a lot of the citrus oils, but especially lemon. So that's really interesting. But of course, UV sensitization. All right, next one, Jackie. Thanks. Frankincense, the king of all oils that I have smelling all over me at the moment. Right. Now, that might be why I've mucked my order up because I've put it in the wrong spot. Just I'm trying to find where I put it. What have I done with it? Ah, yeah, here we go. All right. So frankincense, the king of our oils, whole body support, basically. It also amplifies any oil that you use. So it amplifies every oil that you will use. So it basically amplifies means it makes it a whole lot better. So whole body support, healthy cellular function. It changes our DNA, which if you were at convention, we had a fantastic talk and it was unbelievable learning that. That was amazing. Changes this internal cellular function, normal immune function, and general well-being in dogs and cats. It's fantastic for skin. It's in a lot of our skin care, but skin and comfort. So part of our well-diluted topical blend to support healthy skin and providing soothing comfort to muscles and joints. So this is also great for joint support, particularly in older pets. So a lot of dogs and cats might have this in their food to help with their joints. So that can be prescribed through a consultation with me. Digestive and nervous system support can be incorporated into aromatherapy approaches designed to support normal digestive function. So it's also great for your digestive system and also balancing your nervous system. And it's also got a great grounding and reassuring. Some people love the smell of it. Um, Most animals don't seem to mind the smell of it, even cats actually. Um, so fearful animals, so it can be really good for anxiety. Those changing new homes, rescue animals, experiencing separation, changes in routines, bonding and relaxation. So it can be very calming where they've lost sort of security and trust. So even separation anxiety, alongside lavender and even one that's not in the top 10, copaiba. You've probably all heard of that one, but that's also another great one, sort of balance, copaiba, lavender. They're probably some of my favorites for use in animals. But, this is really good. Appropriately diluted topically through gentle intermittent diffusion, allow the animal to move away. And as for cats, we're talking about much lower dilution rates. Keep it intermittent, always good ventilation. But, you know, a lot of cats, could probably cope with a little bit of this, maybe a drop in their food every second day, but always under strict instructions from your vet aromatherapist or an animal aromatherapist trained. Okay, so we move on to the next one. Thanks, Jackie. On Guard. So On Guard has got some hot oils in it. Mostly the hot oils that we're talking about are clove and cinnamon. Because it's got rosemary in it, you've got to be careful that your dog isn't epileptic as well. So, rosemary can be a bit tricky when you've got an epileptic dog. Also, if the dog's pregnant, so or on anticoagulants. So, On Guard, it's a fantastic oil for humans. You've got to be a little bit more careful with animals, but um, if your dog has got kennel cough or gets kennel cough or is going to the vet or into boarding during winter months, for example, or before you go for a walk, it's a great oil to diffuse, or actually it can be diluted and put onto to your dog. With cats, I would never put this on your cat because it's just too hot, the oils. In the blend, the oils have been shown to be very good at antibacterial and antiviral. And there is actually a study that was done by a student over in America to show that it actually is much better than a so-called man-made product that was supposed to kill viruses and bacteria. So it's shown to be excellent for killing viruses and bacteria. But in terms of use with animals, we just have to be a little bit careful because there are some hot oils in it. It's great for supporting healthy immune systems and particularly useful during seasonal changes and periods of increased environmental challenge. Uh, just be aware that because of the hot oils, we do need to be careful of the dilution factors. Good respiratory support with eucalyptus in it and wild orange and rosemary. And the clove is obviously really good, as you know, for anti-mold, but that's not going to really help your dog because your dog's not going to get moldy. Just energizing and uplifting blend is great. Sense of security, confidence, and healthy boundaries because all these oils have emotional benefits for animals. Just avoid around the nose, mouth, and other sensitive areas. So introduce gradually and also discontinue if your animal is showing some discomfort. So you just have to be aware with this one because it's got the hot oils in it, just to take extra care. But otherwise, it's a great one, especially if your dog gets kennel cough or has some issues with getting that nasty cough that sometimes they get when they go to the boarding kennel. All right, the next one. Thanks, Jackie. How are we going? Easy Air. Yes. Now this is one of my favorites. I absolutely love Easy Air. I have this often. This is a fantastic blend. Laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus. Even though it's got tea tree in it, it's still safe to use around cats and dogs. It's got lemon. Cardamom is fantastic for helping prevent any coughing. Ravensara, it's incredibly good. The amount of tea tree is not going to be enough to cause any problems with cats or dogs. So this one is amazing as long as you dilute it. And as I said, 4 drops maximum in your diffuser. And if you get the Home Essentials kit, you get a free diffuser with it, which is fantastic value. Easier is one of my favorites, along with frankincense, lavender, peppermint, lemon. I mean, they're all really good. But it's such a great blend. I just can't get enough of it. It's just one of my favorites. It smells fantastic. I think I could almost eat this one. I just love it so much. Um, it's really good. I mean, dilute it topically. You can actually put this on dogs' chests along the back and just avoid the face and sensitive areas. You can actually, I wouldn't put this on your cat. I would just make sure that you have intermittent diffusing, but it's absolutely safe. If you've got a cat that sleeps in your bedroom and if you have any, septum problems and you need it on, I mean, it's fine to have diffusing with, say, Shinrin-yoku, valerian, vetiver, or however you need. It's a fantastic oil to have, and you don't need to worry about the tea tree amount in it. It's absolutely safe with the dilution the dilution factors that we talked about. I can't get enough of this one. This is fantastic oil. All right, what have we got next, Jackie?
Yay, digestion.
Okay, now I can't actually open this one because I'm allergic to fennel, but it is awesome. I've got one of my team members, Effie, is on this call, and Effie swears by this. I know that. And I wish I was not allergic to fennel because everybody talks about how fantastic this is. I absolutely believe this is a great oil for animals. Have a lot of colleagues that swear by it. This is an excellent oil. In fact, I suggested it to one of the lovely ladies, Anne Marie, who lives right up the road from me in Bendigo. Her little dog Henry was a naughty boy and had a whole packet of double Tim Tams, chocolate Tim Tams, except he left one. And so she was wonderful. Yes, thank you so much, Henry, for being on this call. And I'm so glad Henry's all right. And so Henry was rushed to the vet and was a naughty boy. He did not vomit, but he's safe and sound. And so he didn't have digestin put on him, he had tamer put on him. But if Anne Marie had digestin, she could have put digestin diluted on him. So Henry is a beautiful boy. He almost needs his own Instagram page. He's so great. He's a little Jack Russell who's almost 11, I think, and he's just the best little chap. I have a Jack Russell. My parents used to have two Jack Russells, so I just love Jack Russells. And Anne Marie lives right near me. So, yeah, so digestion is amazing. Oh, we've got Diane from, is it PA in USA? I don't know where PA is. You need to write it down, Diane, because I was going to Google it before I came on, but I don't know where PA is. Is it Pennsylvania or I'm not sure where
Yes.
PA is. Do we know, Jackie? Do you know where PA is in USA? I'm not sure.
No, once we've finished, what you
We can
finished
find out.
chatting, we
Okay.
can find out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I forgot to Google. Sorry, I was a bit busy
It's
feeding.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, it is
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
fantastic.
Oh,
Thank
that was a
you.
good guess. Thank
It's
you. Northeastern.
northeastern
Yeah.
US.
Cool. No worries. I know it's very early
Next
there
to
in the
New
morning.
York.
New York, I'm terrible with my geographic stuff.
Okay.
So digestion is great for healthy gut digestion, gastrointestinal tracts. Occasionally for motion sickness, gas, indigestion, you know, supporting oils, ginger, coriander, peppermint, fennel, tarragon, aniseed, caraway. Amazing oil, amazing. Fantastic for dogs and cats, for persistent vomiting, abdominal problems, gastrointestinal signs, which should always, if they're occurring, should always be assessed by a vet. So, but it is an excellent oil for dogs and cats, and just make sure that that you use the right dilutions. So digestin is a fantastic oil to have in our top 10. Apparently it smells like licorice or black sambuca. I don't know. I don't drink alcohol, but yeah, that's what I've heard. All right, next one. Thanks, Jackie. Is that it? Oh, okay. Now the reason that that's it is because these three here, tea tree we cannot. Okay, you can't use wintergreen, birch, or tea tree in animals. So tea tree is in our top 10, which you can use for your kids or anybody you know in the house. It's great for cleaning. It's great for any family members that are going to school. You can make a hat recipe. Oregano is great for humans if they're getting infections. And the other thing is ice blue. We don't usually use this in animals, but you can use it in dogs, but only under supervision by an animal aromatherapist or veterinary aromatherapist. So I didn't really want to go into that. But these are three oils that are excellent as well in our top 10. Now, that's great. So if you want to order your home essentials kit, I've actually put it in with fractionated coconut oil because I really think if you're going to order it for your animals, that you get it. Now, this special top you can get from a special supplier. It doesn't come with this pump top. It comes just with a normal top, but you can if you join my team, I would send you out a welcome kit, which would include probably two or three of these. I do really good welcome kits. So if you're looking at joining up, I'm very generous when it comes to gifting little welcome presents and a welcome kit. So that's the Home Essentials kit. Now we're just going to talk about a couple of other things and then we're going to get on to questions. Is that's correct, isn't it, Jackie?
It is.
Okay, so these are just how to contact myself. They're just some little things that Jackie made up. So I've got an Instagram page, which is at Dr. Cedar Warren. I've got a Facebook page, which is Cedar Warren, and it's got me with longer hair because I had it recently chopped. And these my email, and that's a website that you can look up. Now, there's actually something happening next week, which is very exciting in Australia with doTERRA. So, and I also have this very special family and friends monthly package that you can join up for. I think it's about $38 a month.
Yeah.
And you get an email from me, and we do about a half an hour consultation, and that's Larry looking a bit shocked. But we actually then talk about your pet once a month, and we do it once a month, and we talk about your pet. So you can join up, and then I keep in touch with you about your pet. So if you're interested in that, you can certainly message me. Poor Larry wasn't very happy about that when we were doing that. So that's, yeah, not the best photo of poor old Larry. All right. So then there's something special happening next week, which I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it is something that starts with a B and ends with an O. And it'll be a really good sale. So that's all I can say. But within it, there's going to be a couple of products that we're going to talk about. I'm just going to talk about one of the products.
You want me to share the
Yeah,
screen? Is
yeah.
that the purple ones?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Effie. Yes, the purple one. Thank you. So this is just, yeah. So lavender piece. We've got the lavender piece stick with valerian. You can use this stick, and it's really calming. You can use it in humans, but I'll have a separate one for your animals. Okay. So this is really good for calming for dogs and cats, okay? Put it on their paw pads if the pets tolerate it. You can use it on the ear tips. You could actually put it on their coat, but I mean, you'd have to make sure that they were okay about that. So that can be very good. Now, for dogs over 11 kilos, you can use these lavender peace soft gels. They can be supportive for stressful times. Make sure you use it one soft gel around 30 minutes before any stressful event. Do not use in cats, but these are great. I use these before sleep. I go to bed every night. They can be good for vet visits, thunderstorms. If you've got a dog that's frightened of thunderstorms or fireworks, probably they need other things as well, like a thunder jacket. But this can be used very helpful for travel stress, nearby construction, periods where they need to stay calm or quieter before or after a vet visit, and can be also helpful for older dogs that are wandering at night. So you can give them every 6 to 8 hours if needed, and they're, can I get this one off? Yes. So they're actually, oh, sorry, this one hasn't been opened, but they're sort of little purple ones, and I've got one of my teammates that actually has a 4.7 kilo dog, and my one of my mentors, Dr. Janet Rock, suggested she could actually pierce it, and I don't know where I put the lid, that she could pierce it, and then under my instructions, then put it into a liquid for him. But he's quite an anxious little doggy. So these are really good. There may be something next week where you buy the lavender peace stick and you get the peace soft gels for free on one particular day, and that might be coming up. All right. So
could I just say that this might be coming up in Australia and New Zealand?
yes.
So those of you who are joining us tonight internationally, you won't be able to partake in particularly what is coming over next week, but we will certainly keep you excited and involved, and possibly, I don't know, depending on where your location is, whether we can get some specials to you. But just reach out if that's a possibility, and we will certainly find out.
Yeah. Okay. So that's now we're going to answer some questions, because that's
okay. We'll stop sharing.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank
Oh, there's
you.
Henry, the star of the night. Henry, the naughty boy.
Henry.
Hello, Hens.
Oh.
Henry, the naughty boy who ate the Tim Tams.
Can I just say about naughty animals? My elderly cat is such a prima donna, and she's so naughty at the moment. And when we bring out the lavender piece, she knows she needs it. She literally kind of backs up, like you can tell she's grimacing, but she knows she needs it. And she backs up for a little massage. And then gets the zoomies, and then she collapses. It's quite funny.
We got Coco as well. Hello, Coco. Coco Chanel. We have Coco Chanel. Thank you so much, Diane, and thank you, Anne-Marie. Anyone else who wants to show us their face? And Deb and Sue Ollerton from New Zealand is on. Yay. Hi, Nicole.
Now,
all right. So now you're gonna talk me through.
You want to do some questions?
Yeah.
My dog resource guards guards food and toys, but only against the cats. is there something I can use, either diffused or otherwise, from Nicole? My dog resource guards.
Nicole, do you want to unmute
Do you
yourself
want
and
to?
tell
Yeah,
me tell
I
me
don't
your dog's
understand.
name? I can't hear you. You know,
Oh,
no, can't hear you. Hmm.
oh, maybe her dog's name is Resource.
No, we
That
can
makes
still can't.
sense. No.
Still can't hear her.
Sorry, I know, Nicole. It's resource guards.
Oh, resource
Resource
guards.
guards, yeah.
Thanks, Stacey. So he's called resource guards.
No. Dog's name is Charlie.
Oh, and
She got two resource guards. Her food.
Oh, he guards the food and
Yes.
stops the cats from, say
Barks
again,
and jumps lunges at the cats.
won't let the cats get near their food.
Won't let the cats get near her or us while she has a treat or food.
Okay. So what I would suggest is, first of all, two things. Can you feed, so that the dog's name is again, sorry,
Charlie.
Charlie. Can Charlie be fed or given treats away from where the cats are?
Well, she gets fed away from the cats, but when she has a treat, she takes it to her bed. And if the cats walk past her or in any part of the room,
Oh, she just
will
starts
leave
going
the treat
wild.
and let the cats.
So
She'll
she
just
starts
guard
going
the
complete.
treat.
So what
Yeah.
type of treats?
Like a cow's ear.
Oh, a cow's ear, and it takes her how long to eat?
If she
15.
decides to eat it. If she
Okay.
eats it, it's gone in 10 minutes. If she decides
Yeah, I was
to
going to
guard
say
it,
they don't take very
Yeah.
long, do they? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'd be thinking about spritzing. Does this happen like every day?
It's a regular occurrence, and
Okay. If it's a
I choose
regular,
to give them to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would suggest getting starting off with the basics. I'd start with some lavender and
Yep.
get lavender and spritz lavender onto her bedding, right? I'd start with the
Yep.
basics. Then if that doesn't work,
Yep.
lavender piece. And then if that
Yep.
doesn't work, get some adaptive
Yep.
and
Yep.
spritz it on her bedding.
She is also
Sorry, you're
medicated on
cutting in and out.
She-
Oh, she's
sorry,
on
she's also-
fluoxetine?
She's on fluoxetine and clonidine.
Oh, is she? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that doesn't matter. That's not going to be a
Yeah.
problem. That's not going to interfere. So I would start, if you want to start with lavender piece, or if you want to start with lavender, it's up to you. But you
Yeah.
could even do a bandana on her as well.
Yep. Okay.
Has she ever worn any bandanas?
She wears a loose collar, and she has had a bandana, so she's fine.
What breed is she?
Labradoodle.
What?
A
Okay. Well,
Labradoodle.
that does
She's an
that
oodle.
does explain it.
She's an
That
anxious oodle.
explains a bit. Yeah, the
Yep.
doodles. They're
Yep.
pretty feisty. Well,
Yep.
I mean, that's what I would try and do, or I would move. I'd have a different spot for her treats. I'd say when you have a treat, you go to this bed in the laundry, and you have to go there for your treats.
Okay.
You don't get
Yep.
treats in the family room. Whenever you have a treat, you go into the laundry, and that's where you stay until you finish a treat to start
Okay.
to cut the cycle of behavior.
Yep.
Yep.
Good idea. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. That's one answer helped, I hope. All right. Now, I know there's an anal gland question somewhere.
There's an ear infection again from Nicole. Is there something that can be used for ear infection?
Yes, there is. But how about I put that in? I might have to send that out to you, Nicole. Can you put that in? Can you put that in my chat? Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yeah, I just have.
Okay, well then can you put that in my chat and I'll deal with that after?
Will do. Absolutely. Move on.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Put that in my
Thank you.
chat.
Yep.
Where's Effie's anal gland issue?
What can we do for anal glands? Mine gets them.
Not mine.
No, it'd be Coco Chanel's, I'd say, or another family
Oh,
friend.
girls, you need to start using commas.
Come on. We need good English here. This is, I
Okay.
know it's not yours, Effie's.
Yeah, so she's 2.5, and
Yes.
she's already had 2 anal gland thingy-bobbies. Yeah,
Expressed.
and they've been quite full.
Yes.
Now, I know that usually they shouldn't be getting them under 3 years old.
Well, that's not true. No,
Okay.
my mum's,
Your mum?
not my mum. I'm talking about my mum's dog had to have them removed at 6 months old. So I think there's a few things. One is diet, which you already do. You do the best you can. You're already cooking everything for her because Effie's part of my team. So I already talk, as Deb knows, and a few of you might know, Effie and I were up on stage and they had to drag us off, right? That convention. So,
That's why we're part of the team, yes.
we're a bit of a troublesome too.
Yes.
So we're pretty close. And I talked to her about her dog quite a bit. So I think you might have to bathe her bottom in lavender water, like I do Larry's eye, right?
How often?
That's going to be more of a soothing thing rather than a prevention thing. We would like to prevent.
Yeah, because she licks her bottom quite a bit. And when she licks it, that's when I know they're full. But she only got them released like 2-3 weeks ago and she's licking again.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Lavender's going to relieve some of the inflammation because it's an antibacterial and it's an antiviral and it's an anti-inflammatory. I'm just trying to think of something else. Frankincense you're going to have to add as well, I think.
In the water?
And even copaiba.
So is that in the water?
Yes, that's in the water. So I would say 2 drops of each.
Yeah. In 1 cup?
I'd say in a stainless steel bowl. Don't use this for anything else.
No, but in 1 cup of water?
Yeah, 1 cup. I'd say 2 cups of cool water. And I don't know if you're going to be able to do this on your own or every day Effie has a friend, Coco's best friend comes for a play. Can they help you hold her?
Oh, no, I can hold. She's good. If I tell her mummy has to touch your bum, she stays.
Okay, fine. Do it every day. Do it every day for a week and see if it helps prevent her leaking and then let me know.
So 2 drops of lavender?
2 drops of copaiba, 2 drops of Frank. Or you could up the Frank to 4.
So 3 oils.
3 oils, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so doggy daycare, can they use On Guard to prevent kennel cough?
Well, I think they need vaccination as well.
She is vaccinated.
Oh, is this another Effie question?
Yeah.
It looks like it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yes, as long as you're getting the vaccine done as well.
Oh, no, she's vaccinated, but like 3 weeks ago they said, we're closed, there's kennel cough, watch out for your dog. I never got it, but I'm just saying she only goes once a fortnight. I put a bit on her just as an extra.
Yeah, it's a bit like, well, if you got a car diffuser, you haven't you? We'll diffuse it before you go and when you come home.
That's
and I think that should be enough. I don't think you need it on her.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Stacey, I have 2 cats, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. The younger one picks on the older one a bit. We currently use Therapet Feliway product, but we are looking for an alternative.
So which one picks on which again, Stacey?
The younger one, the 1-year-old picks on the 2-year-old.
In what context?
Just randomly.
Right. It's not about food? It's not about behavior? It's not about getting on the best position?
I don't think so. No, I think it's just, he's just a little shithead sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. I have a cat that has 2 sides to him. Larry's the lovable and Larry the larrikin. Okay, this is a difficult one. If it's random and you can't work out a pattern of behavior, it makes it harder to work out, right, Stacey?
Yep.
So that does make it more difficult. because if you can't pin down a behavior time, then it's very difficult. Whereas with Nicole's dog, there was a behavior of eating, right?
Sorry.
I'm getting distracted by Amber. Inside the ears, outside the ears. Just right, outside the ears. Stacey, I'm a bit bewildered about what to suggest, to be honest. And when I don't know what to suggest, I don't BS.
Okay.
I'm not
I
one.
appreciate that.
I'm not one that just says. I'm not one that just says. So I think I need you to look at some more patterns. Can you do that for me? And also, are you following me on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. What I would like you to do is look at the patterns a bit more and get back to me on Instagram, and then we'll work on it there, because I don't want to just give you a rote answer now without having more patterns. Because if one cat's picking on another, there has to be something else going on underneath.
Okay.
There has to be something else. And yeah, I think you need to do a bit more looking at it. And I can then also go to my animal aromatherapist colleagues in America who I can speak to some of them about it as well.
Thank you.
Okay, but I don't want to say anything because I just can't, there's not enough there.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out on for behavior.
I think you need to do a little bit more pattern checking. And I'm sorry I haven't got the answer.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Cedar wood on a collar for fleas. Is that for a cat, Amber?
Is this Amber Badingo?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Cedar, it's me. Sorry, I've just been showering, but listening in.
Yeah, that's fine.
For the kitten, he's about 4 or 5 months now.
Okay. So do you think he's over 2 kilos yet?
I would say so.
Okay. Have
I
you
can
weighed?
double check.
Okay, double check and then.
Because he got dissected last week.
Okay, well they should have his weight. So ring up and find out. Ring up and find out how much he is. Now we've got this big thing next week, haven't we? We've got this big whiz bang thing next week.
Okay.
So I'm happy to get back to people amongst everything next week. And we're going to have a 7 o'clock call next week about the oils in the special next week and how they're used. And there he is. What's his name?
Cedar.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cedar, can you tell her son, because he doesn't believe.
Right. What doesn't he believe?
He likes to put the cat in his bedroom, close the door, and have the diffuser on. And he doesn't believe that we're telling him he has to have the door open.
Okay. Well, I can only do a certain amount of parenting from afar.
No, but we said our vet said it has to be open.
I'm the vet. I'm Dr. Cedar Warren. Here is my stethoscope. Where's my stethoscope? I'm a vet. I did 6 years at university. What's his name? What's his name?
Oh, Kaplan.
No, the child's name.
Kaplan.
Cappy, where are you, Cappy?
Come on, come up.
Hi, Cappy. You see this? This means I've studied at university and I'm a vet. Can you see in the background my certificate?
Yeah.
Okay, that means I've studied and I'm a veterinary surgeon, right? And I've done lots of surgeries. Right, the cat is not supposed to be locked in a room with a diffuser on. That's a very poor behavior for the cat. Not good for Tigger. Okay?
Comprende?
Okay. So now in terms of a collar, I think it's best we wait till he's over 2 kilos for a cedarwood soaked collar.
Cedarwood soaked. Okay, is that diluted?
Of course.
No, at the moment I'll have to look back at my notes.
Okay, no problem. I'll find out the kilos and then I can message you once he's 2 kilos.
Yes. Message me and understand next week we're having a 7 o'clock call at the same time as this on the BOGO oils, and
that is for our. I'm just clarifying that is for our team.
Oh, is it? I thought it was for anybody.
No. That is for our team. It's a pre-launch for our team to understand the.
Oh, I thought we were having the one for our team on Monday and that the one on Thursday was for anyone.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Monday night.
No, I'm talking about Thursday
Sorry.
next week.
Yes, free for all next Thursday night.
For all on Thursday, Jackie.
We're talking.
Anyone who wants to come, like tonight.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Right. Okay. I think that is absolutely every question.
Sure.
Which is wonderful. Yes. Have I missed any questions, anyone?
I would like to ask Nicole a question. I'd like to ask Nicole what her cat's name is. No, you have to.
Sam. So Sam came to us as a rescue. He fostered him with a broken leg.
Oh.
He failed. I failed.
Oh, he's a foster fail. Oh, nice. How old, Sam?
He's 1.
He's 1. Oh, how gorgeous.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Excellent. And Anne-Marie's already told me how Henry is tonight, so that's good. I've already found out about that. And Sue Ollerton, have you got any animals there?
There's Charlie.
Oh, hi, Charlie.
That's
and I'm just talking. Sorry, Nicole, I'm just going to talk to Sue in New Zealand. Sue, have you got any animals there? You can unmute. Can she unmute Jackie?
I can ask her to.
Yeah, I'll do a quick one. Yeah, we look after my daughter's dog, who's a Hungarian Vizsla with a bit of lab. Yeah, so she's quite active.
I love Hungarian Vizslas.
Yeah, she's a Velcro dog.
Excellent. Thank you for being on.
Yes. No, thank you. No, thank you so much for this. It's been great.
Great. No worries. Okay. Well, thank you for being on, and say hi to Wendy for us.
I shall do. Yes, she's at a golf night with work.
Yeah, she said she's out at work. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thanks, Deb, for coming on. And thank you, Diane, from all the way from Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been wonderful.
And Anna, my team member, thank you for coming on. And I can't see you, but thank you, mate. Thanks for coming on. And Anne-Marie, thank you for coming on. And Stacey, thanks for coming on. And Effie, thank you again. And Jackie, thank you for hosting.
And thank you for another sensational class, Dr. Cedar. Well, as Dr. Cedar has just mentioned, we're going to have another class next Thursday night, same time, same back channel. It'll be on Zoom. We'll advertise that and then in the coming days. For those of you who are in our doTERRA team, on Monday night in our leadership call, we will be going through the BOGO oils for animals. And then Monday night from 7 p.m. is a pre-class we are launching. So we have an education team for doTERRA Australia and New Zealand, which is made up of myself, Vanessa Jean Ovens, and Adam Barrelay, and we will be launching the BOGO kit to the market. So be available and be excited about next Monday night. And for everyone else, we will see you next Thursday night.
Can I quickly say one thing? Sorry.
Yeah.
If anyone wants a consultation with Dr. Cedar, I've had them, okay? And she, no joke, was excellent. So I wouldn't even think twice about it. If you need to go, don't think twice. She does Zoom calls, so you don't have to be in the same state. And when Coco's bottom was bleeding and I was beside myself, we didn't get an infection. The bleeding stopped within, seconds. I can't thank Cedar enough, and I really vouch for her. Don't even think about it. Do consultations. Sorry, Jackie.
That's okay. She's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, Dr. Cedar is available for consultations, and the friends and family package, which is a monthly retainer. You get a consultation once a month, as well as a lot of informative preventative care for your animals. So I certainly get in contact with Dr. Cedar on socials and we can get all those details to you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a great night. Thanks, Cedar. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.